best use case I can think of whenever I pick up the M2 iPad Air always has something to do with school. It has a relatively large screen for multitasking, note-taking and reading textbooks, making it convenient for me to stay organized and productive because we all know school can get a little overwhelming. So here's a day in my life with the M2 iPad Air as a student, and the best way to start a productive day is with an outline of school-related tasks that I need to tackle today.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Your boy BB again, and I am back with another video. As you guys could see, I'm currently going to school right now, and I'm not late, but I'm kind of late based on my schedule for today because I plan to go to school and then get my notes done before I go to class just to prepare and stuff like that. But yeah, last week I make a week in the life, which I'm currently editing. Is gonna drop before this video, so it was quite easy last week. We didn't have like homeworks, a lot of homeworks and stuff like that, but things are getting busy right now, so I'm getting homeworks and stuff like that. So I thought it was best to show you guys a day in the life with the M2 iPad Air, which has been my note-taking device and study device since school started, and that's always how I study every time I go to school. So yeah, I'm about to hop in the car right now. See, it's snowing, it's cold as hell, so yeah, let's get right into it.
Come and switch on the niggas that I came up with. No new friends with the same old clique. Couple old homies went and stabbed me in the back, but it's no love lost. I'll probably bless him with some stacks at the
It took me hours to find this parking spot, bro. Alright, y'all, so I just got to school and I parked all the way over there. That is crazy. And then my class is all the way over, but I'm just gonna go to the library first to take care of my notes because it's currently 12 o'clock. That's why the bell is ringing. My class is at 12:30, so I have 30 minutes to knock out whatever I want to knock out, and then I'm just gonna go to class. So that's what I'm on right now.
Come in, keep it in coming. Gucci bucket hats and Louis Vuitton wallets. My hand been itching, I call it the Palm Pilot. Landed on some acres, I probably should start buying, but I keep spending money on jewelry and fine dining. God just blessed me with a rollie, I call it divine.
I have 15 minutes left before my class at 12:30, so I took the time to work on my notes from previous lecture. The specs of my iPad is the 11-inch M2 iPad Air with 128GB of SSD, which is the base model. I know this is not a broken record, but it's nice to have that amount of storage for a base price, which in my case is more than enough for apps and documents that I use for school. I primarily use this as a note-taking device, and I have to say, the display at 11 inches gives me enough room to have a comprehensive note. I have it paired with the USB-C Apple Pencil and this third-party case I got from Amazon. It's a case that looks very similar to the Smart Folio case from Apple with all of its functionality, except that it only costs a fraction of the price. Now, the note-taking app that I use is called Good Notes, and it has all the tools I need for an effective note to study from later. Writing on the display of the M2 iPad Air feels really smooth with the Good Notes app. I'm able to use features like highlighting text or shape drawing, and the best part is I can drop in a picture from my textbook to make the notes more effective. So yeah, I basically worked on my notes as I prepare for class, of which I am running late because I am also filming this video, so I better head out. Alright, so whenever I'm in class, here is how I go along with the lecture using the M2 iPad Air. I have the display split into two so I can view the PowerPoint which the professor is teaching from to follow along, whilst I take down notes to understand the topic. I know it might seem cramped, but trust me, it's actually very convenient to catch notes this way whilst reading from the text, especially when the projector is all the way up there.
Right there. Guy, but which side you gonna go? You turn left. Yeah, no, you can just drop me for that side like that.
Disabled day right there, Baba.
Guys, you drop me.
Right there, bro.
You're on camera, you go drop me.
Hey, nowadays the pain follow me. Deal with trauma privately. I don't wanna be a burden, I handle things defiantly. Spent a decade searching for a higher power guiding me. Figured out that fate does not up there.
Now, my second and last class for the day. This is actually not a class, it's called a recitation session, which means it's being taught by a teaching assistant, and we basically go over what we learned in the actual class, more like a review. So yeah, apparently we have to attend the recitation to get an A in this class. Now, the learning material for this class is in PDF format, and as usual, I split the screen to read from the material as I take notes. I use the Adobe Acrobat app so I could even make comments on the material itself to reference back to whenever I need to study. So yeah, that's basically how the class goes for the most part, and I was done in 50 minutes.
Go to Rural Campus, not Western Campus. If you walk up for like 10 minutes, you see like 7 people with you.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
Alright, yo, so I just got done with my second class for the day. I was gonna go to the library and go study, but honestly, I just wanna go home, bro. So what's up to my boy? Jesus. It's too cold, bro. I just wanna go home. Usually what I would usually do is after class, I'll just go to like the library, try to get all my schoolwork done, because usually when I'm home, I don't get the motivation to do any work, but that's not an excuse. Today I'm just gonna go home and try to get everything done.
Can you spare me for once? Hey, yeah. Can you spare me for once?
So I got back home at around 4 p.m. and had to prepare something to eat because I was hungry like crazy. Now, outside of school related tasks, the only other thing I use the M2 iPad Air for is to consume media. And since I'm currently eating, it only makes sense to entertain myself with some videos to watch. The 11-inch screen of the M2 iPad Air features a liquid retina display with the resolution of 3360 by 1640 resolution at 264 ppi, LED backlit multi-touch display with IPS and True Tone technology. It really shines when it comes to the consumption of content. The images are sharp and vibrant with accurate colors, of which when paired with the stereo speakers it comes with, it gets really addictive to watch content on. Now, one thing I really don't understand is why it's limited to 60Hz and only gets bright up to 500 nits. Apple just always have this habit of holding back even when they are close to making the best product on the market.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? So it's currently the next day. As you guys could see, I had to drink tea because I feel kind of sick. I don't know what's going on, but when I got home yesterday after eating is it lunch or whatever you want to call it, I got really tired. So I was supposed to start doing my homework, but I just got on my laptop, I was watching anime, and then I fell asleep. But long story short, it's another day, and what I just have to do is study because I have quiz at 2 o'clock. So I have from now till like 1 or 12:30. It's currently 11:34 right now. So all I just have to do today is basically study, get all my homework done. So my goal for this semester is to basically do everything I need to do within the week, because most of my assignments are due next week, but I'm going to try to do everything today so that I don't have to worry, because I go to work on the weekends. I was supposed to go to work last night, but you know, I know how to finesse things, you get me? But I go to work on the weekend, so I try to get all my schoolwork done within the week. So this is the M2 iPad Air that I've been using since yesterday, and it's still at 42%. I'll be talking about the battery life more in detail, but I'm kind of running out of time right now. So honestly, I just have to get into studying, because honestly, I kind of understand what's going on with the class. I'm not going to lie, but it's always good to review and everything. So I'm going to do the homework because the homework is related to the quiz and test. I feel like I'm talking too much. Let's get right into it.
Alright, so I don't feel really good for not completing my task yesterday, so I'm back on the grind. I have to catch up with my math class, and I'm also having a quiz today, so I've got to study. I would usually split the screen of the M2 iPad Air, but since I'm home with a huge screen in front of me, I'll be taking a full advantage of the 11-inch display as I follow the learning material from my monitor. Placing the M2 iPad Air in a vertical mode for note-taking is way more convenient to write on, in my opinion, and there's enough room to solve math problems. Writing on the display of the M2 iPad Air is silky smooth and and efficient with no breakage. With the palm rejection feature, the writing experience is flawless with no accidental text input. Like I mentioned earlier, the app I use for note-taking is the GoodNotes app. It's an amazing writing tool that has improved the way I capture my notes, thanks to all its amazing features. I highly recommend it if note-taking is your primary reason for getting an iPad. The M2 iPad Air also has this pen detection feature. I'm not sure exactly what the feature is called, but every time I get the pen closer to a text without touching the display, it kind of creates this cursor highlight, just like you get when you hover a mouse on your computer. This feature is not on my iPad mini, so I'm guessing it's one of the latest upgrades. Anyways, I carried on with studying for my quiz, and it all went smoothly with the use of the M2 iPad Air.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? So I'm currently on my way to school right now, and I must just say right now, it's kind of hard for me to film when I'm in class. Well, I usually use the iPad every time I'm in class. That's literally what I used to take notes and everything, but I have to drive down to school right now. So we have quiz at the last 15 minutes of class, and then we start the class with like lectures and stuff like that. So I usually use the iPad to like take my notes. And keep in mind, I've actually not charged the iPad for like 3 days now. I think I didn't charge it throughout yesterday, and it's still at like 30%. But after class, I'll probably go to the library and get work done, because I couldn't get anything done. I couldn't get anything done yesterday when I go back home. So yeah, let's get to it. It's kind of cold. So I'm currently at the library right now. Hopefully you guys can hear me, but like I got homeworks to do. It's currently 4 o'clock, which is crazy. I'm just gonna settle in right now just to take care of all this homework, which is gonna be the last task for today. Today's Friday, so I have to go to work tonight. You feel what I'm saying?
So I ended up having a take-home assignment from my earlier class. I find it hard to get schoolwork done when I'm home, so I had to tackle the assignments right after class in the library. It's an handout assignment, so I use the note-taking on the M2 iPad Air as a reference as I get the work done. At this time, the battery was at 17%, and I have been using it periodically for the past 3 days. After doing my assignment for about 10 minutes, I looked through my note for a little bit, and it was time to work on something different.
Alright, so I'm basically done with the first homework. So let me just run you guys through the battery percentage real quick. Last time I charged it was Wednesday, 12 p.m. It says only 3 hours of screen on time, bro. I've been using this device for 3 days straight, bro. Well, as you guys can see, the most used app is GoodNotes, and then Adobe Acrobat, and then literally nothing else. I've just been like taking notes and stuff like that. So all I basically use this iPad for is like what's it called, note taking, studying textbooks and stuff like that. So if you guys, I don't think I would need this iPad for anything else if I'm not studying, you know what I'm saying? Right now I need to do my other assignments for my other classes, so I'm going to be using it as a secondary monitor for my MacBook setup, if you guys understand what I mean. So yeah, let's do that.
One of the ways I often use the M2 iPad Air is as an extended display with my M3 Pro MacBook. I am used to working with multiple displays at home, so this helps maintain the same workflow. It's a very convenient way to multitask by using the browser for research on one display and the other to complete the task at hand. In this case, I am doing an assignment on the main display and using ChatGPT to get answers to questions on the other. I know you guys might think I am smart, but to be honest, I just Google anything that doesn't require brain power to get work done. So that way I get to finish things on time. May
I have your attention, please? The library will close in 30 minutes at 5 p.m. Thank you.
Alright, Alright, you guys, I'm technically done for the week, you know what I'm saying? So it's currently, like I said, I think I already said this like 10 times, bro. It is Friday and it's cold as flip. They're about to close the library by 5 p.m. So I'm just gonna go home. I've done everything I need to do. There's technically no assignment due this week, but I have assignments that are due by next weekend. So I'm going to catch up on that like at the beginning of the week. I usually try to get them done this week, but honestly yesterday I was hella tired, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, that's basically how I use my iPad, man. I really don't use it for anything else other than school, taking notes, reading textbooks, editing file. Something I didn't do today was actually like scan documents, which I would usually use it for sometimes. But honestly, this semester is chill, man. My other classes are computer science classes, and most of my homeworks are online and stuff like that, so I really didn't need to edit any documents. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Let me know, man, what kind of video do you guys want to see on my channel more? I feel like I'll be making some pretty good videos, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Let's go, Team Beeb.